Welcome back to a Fifth of Jack Gaming, where today we're going to be cracking a few packs. But before we do, like, subscribe, or hit that little bell icon to be notified about any kind of content in the future. So we're going to open up a few packs from Siege 2, and let's see what we get. Coming out of the gate, we have Private Greenlight, who's a specialist, and it has 3 attack, 12 health, 2 defense, and safeguard 3, meaning it can't take more than 3 damage when it's unbattled. This character's upgrades can't be scrapped by your opponent's cards. It's also a 8 stars. So we're going to jump over on the other side, where when you play a green card, this gets +1 attack until end of turn. It's an uncommon. And the little guy that we ended up getting with it is Private Sidetrack. Part of the Battle Patrol Demolitions. He's a tank, which is ranged, and has stealth while untapped. Has 1 attack, 3 health, and 3 defense for 4 stars. It has tap, scrap a orange pip card from your hand. Scrap the top 4 cards of your deck. Put all upgrades scrapped from your deck this way into your hand. So we have to tap that before attacking. So that means we'll end up passing up attacking with him. It's a common. So, also, we ended up getting the battle cards that came out of it. First card is Guarded Posture. It's an orange pip, -1 attack, +2 to defense. Crowbar, 2 black pip, an upgrade. When this upgraded character attacks, scrap this card after battle. So it has +2 to attack. Kinetic Converter, white pip, utility. When you flip the upgraded character to another mode, draw a card. New Orders, which is a black pip. Untap one of your characters that has 6 or fewer stars. It's our first uncommon out of this ones. Erratic Cannon, which is an orange pip. It's a weapon, and when you flip the upgraded character attacks, you at least flip 1 white. This gets +3 attack. And the rare out of the pack is Backfire. It's a blue pip. It's a secret action. When one of your Decepticons defends is when it gets revealed. But when it gets revealed, do damage to the attackers equal to the number of upgrades on that attacker. Alright, now moving over to the next pack. Omega Supreme base. It's a transport seated defender specialist. So this is one of 3 pieces for him. Has 0 attack, 12 health, 1 defense. When this defends, do 2 damage to an attacker, your opponent scraps the top 2 cards of their deck. This can combine with Ultima Supreme Tank and Starship to form Captain Omega Supreme. It's a rare, and it's 8 stars. And over on the other side, it shows actually what Omega Supreme will be able to have. Over on that side, it's a 22-star character altogether. And then it also has 7 attack, 33 health, 3 defense. This begins untapped, and all the damage from the combined characters and keeps 1 of the upgrades. So it all pulls it together. This is something that's continued on from Rise of the Combiners. Pierce 4 means it does at least 4 damage whenever it attacks. When this attacks, you may scrap 4 cards from your hand. If you do, scrap all the defender's upgrades, and then do 1 damage to each enemy. The little guy that we got is Raider Tailwind. 3 attack, 8 health, 1 defense. Plain, a member of the airstrike, and is ranged. This has stealth while untapped. When one of your airstrike patrols battles with, and you flip at least one green, this gets +2 attack and +1 defense. It's a 5 stars. Over on the other side, Tailwind has 1 attack and 1 defense for each member of the airstrike patrol in your KO area. Tailwind is a common. And then the battle cards that we got were Kinetic Intensifier's Whip. It's a white pip, a weapon. And when you flip this upgraded character to another mode, it gets bold 2 until end of turn. It gives a +1 attack. Unflinching Courage, which is a black pip and a blue pip, can't be put on Decepticons. It gives bold 2. Terrifying Resilience, which is an orange pip and a black pip, adds an armor and it can't be put on Autobots, and it gives tough 2. First uncommon is going to be Blast Suit, which has no pip. It's an armor if upgraded character would take attack damage. Instead, it takes half that damage rounded down. Scrap this card. It's a star card. Next we're going to go over to is Heroic Resolve. It's a 2 blue pips secret action. You reveal it when one of your Autobots would take enough damage to KO it. When revealed, instead that character takes enough attack damage to be at 1 health. And then put this in your KO area. It's also 1 star. And then we also have Valuable Contract. It's 1 black pip. When upgraded character does enough attack damage to KO an enemy, use this card's bounty ability. Bounty is you get to choose a battle card you own from outside the game that has exactly 1 star and put it in your hand. Alright, down over to the last one. Alright, the big one that we got is Sergeant Springer. This is a triple changer, so we ended up having a leader, a truck, and a specialist. Over on this side and this side is a helicopter. So he has 6 attack, 16 life, and 2 defense. When you flip to this mode, you may scrap an action from your hand. If you do so, you draw 2 cards. And over on this mode, when you flip to this mode, you may scrap an upgrade from your hand. If you do, you draw 2 cards. It is 12 stars altogether. We'll take this and flip it over to the other side. When you have 7 or more cards in your hand, flip to this mode, you may play an action. Then you may play an upgrade. So if we have 7 or more cards, we get to play an action or an upgrade. It's a common from this set. The little guy that we ended up getting is Private Dazzle Strike. Ground Command Artillery. Battle Master Melee. He's a 3 attack, 9 health, and 1 defense. Enemies can't use bold. It's a 6-star character. And with Battle Masters, once they die, they end up going over and actually becoming a weapon. So he becomes Shadow Steel Ice Blade. When you put this on the character, repair 3 damage from it. When this is removed from a character, do 3 damage to it. If it would leave the battlefield, you may put it in the KO area instead. It has 3 attack, which is a rare card. Now coming over to the battle cards that we ended up getting. Showing Off, which is a no pip. Flip one of your characters to another mode and then flip it to another mode. That works out pretty good with Sergeant Springer. War of Attrition, which is a blue pip and a green pip. Action, your opponents choose one of their characters and does 1 damage to it. If this was the third War of Attrition that you've played this turn, repair 3 damage from one of your characters. You may play another War of Attrition. Guarded Posture, which is an orange pip. -1 attack, +2 defense. Our first uncommon card is Sabotage Armaments. It's a blue pip, and we reveal it when one of our characters defends. Scrap all attackers' upgrade or weapons. The next one is Sturdy Javelin, which is a white pip, and while this is on a melee character, it has +2 attack. When this is on a ranged character and it attacks, scrap this card and do 2 damage to an enemy. And our final card is Hijack. It is a black pip and a green pip. Reveal it if your opponent would draw a second card during this turn. When revealed, if your opponent will draw a card this turn, you draw a card instead. Alright, that opens up all the characters and all the cards that we ended up getting from that. What would you do? What would you make out of that? Anything that you would like to end up getting? Let us know in the comments down below. If you like the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be knowing of any kind of future content that we end up putting out. Till next time, see ya.